Hello everybody, it's Aaron. Welcome to another episode of Feed the Beast. So here I am in a single player world. This is not the real world. Basically I was just testing how far the router would work, and it actually works a pretty long way away from it. It's like at least, I think that's 11 or 12 blocks away. So the way the thing works, basically your filter or transposer or retriever in this case pulls everything out of the chest. The sorting machine is kind of like an inline filter, so everything defined in here will go through. Everything else will go into this chest right here. So the sorting machine passes the items along to the router, and the router will put it in the appropriate barrel. If you have an empty barrel, let's say that I take the dirt out of this one. If I send this wood through here, it doesn't necessarily end up in the wood barrel or the plank barrel. It may go to this barrel. I'm not really sure how the sorting machine does that. So let's flip this thing on. We'll see if it'll do it. If not, it's no big deal. But I'm going to go ahead and define all the barrels ahead of time. See, it went there. And it doesn't necessarily go to the closest one. It just goes to, I guess, whichever one it wants. I don't know. Maybe it alternates. Who knows? But anyway, so this thing works pretty damn far away. So I'm going to have to make less routers than I thought. And the way I have it set up to insert into the top sides, I have the speed boost and I have the bandwidth. And before we get into this, let me delete both of those to make sure that this thing actually still works this far away, because I really don't know. So let's get two of these. We'll throw them in here. They are defined in the sorting machine, I believe. The only bad thing is you give up the item when you define it here. So that might be a potential problem, but I think we have enough resources. It's not really going to matter. So see, that goes through, it passes, the next one passes as well, and it does go all the way over here even without the upgrades. So the router's pretty rad. I have these upgrades in here so that obviously speed is better, and then I would like it to move a stack at a time if possible. So let's go to the real world. And I'll show you what I've set up, and then we're going to have to define a couple of barrels, and then we're going to flip on a retriever and cross our fingers and see what happens. The only problem with the router here, this is, what is it? Let's say that that's 11. That's 33, because they're 3 high. So if you go both directions, it's 60 plus items. Well, the sorting machine, you can only define 40. So I actually have 2 set up, and I'll show you that when we go in there. So let's go over there. And everybody thinks I have a server. I don't have a server. I have a spare PC in my house that can handle like 2 or 3 people at a time. The server could probably handle more, but I don't have the upstream bandwidth, so that's my problem. So I'm going to put some of this away. I'm going to save the ender pouch. I'm going to save the link books. And probably leave these here. We'll save this thing, some apples, some barrels, and some tubes, and everything else we'll just toss in here. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to bring 2 of each of these items. And I didn't count up my barrels. That's 10. So I've got 20 over here, 20 over there. I think they're the same. Yep, 20 over there. Probably the same amount in the middle. $11. So that's 22. So we've got 62 items here, more than enough room in the sorting machines to do this. So we'll just grab a few of these. Right now, the only thing hooked up to the retriever is the bottom row right here. I just want to see if this works, and then we'll go from there. And actually, while we're at it, let's go ahead and hook up the coal and everything. We'll go that far. Just because. And I wasn't paying attention, and I had like a couple wrath lamps down here, some red alloy wire, and just some other random things that I wasn't paying attention, and they got filtered down here. So let's we're gonna empty this one because I don't really want that stuff over there. And like I said, we'll go all the way over to the coal barrel, which I'm gonna have to probably make a few extra dimensional upgrades before all is said and done. I can probably, I don't know if I can shift click to grab that off of there. If I shift right click, nothing happens. Those two barrels definitely do not need the extra dimensional upgrade, but that's okay. So let's just see what happens. So let's grab, first of all, let's dump this stuff off. We need 2 of those. And right now I'm just focusing on the items that are used most often. So that's 2 of all of those. And then what I'll do is once I've got this stuff moved, if I could actually unhook the iron right now, that's actually not a bad idea. I can get some of the tin moved, take the barrel upgrade off, and then kind of swap them around. And of course I left my gravitation engine on this whole time because I am horrible at remembering to turn that thing off. So I think that'll get us going. So let's go look and see what I've got set up over there. And I need to make a new book. Basically what I did here, I took the filler, and I don't know if you remember what this looked like. It was it was all grass and stuff all through here, and I basically just made it a little bigger and a little more cubical. And then I took out all the dirt. I hear someone. I took out all the dirt that was in here on the floor and left the smooth stone, and then I made a little basement. And this is kind of a temporary deal. The way I've set up the barrels right now, I've set them up in groups of 15, and there are eggs in here because I was doing a little testing. So I can always add a couple more rows of barrels if I want, right here and right here, and then probably on the end as well. So I allowed a little bit of room for expansion, though as many items as we'll be able to store over here. This is my mock-up for this side. The router goes there, and I think I already made the router. Yeah, I did. Ooh, one more thing I totally forgot. I've never made a cake before, and we need to make a cake for one of these upgrades. I need to do that very quickly. Totally forgot. I wanted to monumentalize this moment because I'm pretty sure that I've never made a cake before. So what was our let me make sure I'm not in stupid cheat mode over here. Yeah, there we go. What do we need? Speed boost. It's a cake, sugar, and 4 dark iron, and I really only need 1 right now, since I'm only going to set up 1 router right now. or only one is set up. It's amazing when I jump to this world, you guys can't see this, my frame rate doubles. Like I'm at 60 right now, and in the other world I'm 30 or below. Alright, so we're gonna need to, well, we're not gonna need to float yet. Let's put this upgrade in first of all. And if you see insert into top sides, got speed boost, and I already put the bandwidth one in there. And I already have, I made 3 of these thinking I was going to need more, more upgrades. Alright, so hopefully, since I've got all these other barrels here, hopefully the other items don't go in there. I might use cobblestone as a filler for now. So let's do it like this. We'll do diamonds. Alright, everything is 1. Alright, so basically the gist of this is I've got the ender chest here for now, and what I'm going to have to do is wherever I put the machines to process the raw ores and stuff, I'm going to have to sort everything once and then have it run back through. So not really that big of a deal. This is actually easier than painting everything. I'll only have to paint probably 1 or 2 things. So looks like those are all set. So I just need to pick a sorting machine. And luckily I can shift click these things in there. So it looks like that's it. And actually I have enough barrels. If I spread them out, I can actually put a barrel in each of those, just kind of like a placeholder so the router doesn't try to stick something in there, because I don't want it to do that, except for maybe the, well, we disconnected the iron, but maybe the redstone. But it's going to get to the redstone last because it's furthest away. If you remember, the retriever actually takes from the first valid inventory, just like when you put stuff into chests or barrels, it puts it in the first valid destination. It takes it out the same way. So it is convenient if you're aware that that's how it works. Okay, so all of those are full, and this one is ready to receive items. I think I need to throw a chunk loader down over here. So let's get that. And just pop it right in the middle. Maybe I can turn it down 1. No, not quite. No big deal. Alright, so let's go back over there. And we'll see what's up. And before I turn the thing on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a stack of everything and put it in my ender pouch. Because it'll basically be the same thing. And then I'll turn it on and we'll just stand there and like watch it do everything. And I need to make a new book for that. Alright, so let's get rid of that. So the thing is ticking. Let's kick it up to 1 second. And we'll put diamonds in there first. They should go up through whichever sorting machine they can and go all the way around, hit the router, and then end up in that barrel right there, since that's the only place they can go. Beautiful. I love it. And actually, while I'm thinking about it, I don't think it's going to be an issue, because if you look at the way this tube goes, this is the first valid destination. If I sent something through here that was not defined in the sorting machine where everything is defined, it'll actually go through this one, since nothing is defined in there. So let's put a barrel just to block it off. And I actually meant to put a chest right there, but I think we're pretty safe since everything has a home over here. So let's dump everything that should be sortable. And we'll watch it go. And I hooked up some solar panels over there. I'm going to have to find a better way to do that because they're kind of ugly. Of course, the gravitation engine's been on the whole time. So everything is very happily getting sorted. It's a beautiful thing. Like I said, this is an easier way to sort everything. The problem is just defining everything ahead of time, which for me, not that big of a deal. Alright, so let's come in here. We'll kick on our retriever. And it should take all the diamonds and then all the rubies. I still call them rubies. Yeah, they are rubies. It's the sapphires that changed. Or the emeralds, sorry. So it's going to take all the diamonds and then all of those and just go on down the line, skipping the iron. And since that is actually... Let me take a few of those, and then when that thing empties, I can snag the thing. So let's go look at this beautiful thing working on the other end. And it is working. I love it. This is awesome. Everything is going to its happy little home like clockwork. So this wall right now, it's 3 groups of 15, and I've got the same thing. I'm going to set the same thing up on this wall, but not until we need it. But I'll probably go ahead and put the sorting machines there, not powered, and go ahead and put the router there, and maybe go ahead and put the barrels as well. And then kind of finish decorating. I figure I'll put all the machines underground here. You know, like the pulverizer and stuff like that. And the macerator and stuff. And I'll probably go ahead and make a rotary macerator and induction furnace and like all the second tier machines. And then depending on where the bees go and stuff like that, you know, we're going to need power for the centrifuge and stuff like that. So bees need a clear view of the sky, so I don't know if I'm going to put them probably out here. I think would be the best place. Like I could build a little thing over here that does not have a roof, so the bees that don't work in caves have a clear view of the sky. And yeah, this is actually going a lot more smoothly than I thought it would. Initially, I wasn't sure. Who did I land on? Oh, come on. Initially, I had this thing set up with the sorting machines right next to the router. And the problem with that was I had to run that damn bluetricity wire so far. And it made more sense to put the bluetricity, you know, closer to the sorting machines and use pneumatic tubes since they're cheaper. I feel like that guy's going to come attack me. And then basically the ender chest will move at some point. And like I said, all the machines that process everything will go down here somewhere. And everything will run through. And I may use sorting machines for those, since you don't need redstone signal, you know, they just go. Or I'm thinking about using a computer to send a redstone tick every so many seconds to save on the timers, because those things can lag after a while. But everything will get sorted. It'll probably come through an ender chest, get sorted, get processed, and then come back in here and then, you know, go wherever it needs to go. So now all I have to do is define things for the rest of the barrels. And what I'll probably do is, I wanted to like make sections, and I didn't count. This just kind of worked out. But I'll probably put like all the plants that I have a lot of on one thing, and then all of the like the decorative blocks, like the marble and the basalt and stuff like that. And while we're doing this, since I haven't tested this yet, let's see how high up this thing will go. It'll go 4 high. Will it go 5 high? Yes, it will. Will it go 6 high? Yes, it will. Did that guy just come in here? I found that the green ones really don't attack you until you attack them. But I just feel uneasy having them around because, you know, I don't have a very good history with those guys. So let's see if it'll go 7 high, just for the hell of it. So potentially, if you wanted to make a 2-layer warehouse, you could leave out the middle layer and you could put 3 up here and 3 up here. And I actually might end up doing that, since that thing goes, you know, all the way. Let's see if it goes all the way to the end as well. I didn't read up and, you know, see how far, you know, it might be like a radius. So it might not touch that one. And just because it hasn't doesn't mean it won't. Let's put a barrel in the ender chest. Oh, no. Stupid pathfinding creepers. Let's put 1 barrel in here. And it should go through this sorting machine. And then go through. And if it can go... Oh, it's going to end up... Never mind. I'm stupid. It's going to end up in one of the other barrel chests. So I'm going to keep the original plan here. These things take a long time to break. I'm going to keep the original plan. Just leave it 3 high. Like I originally intended. And then I'll just have... 2 rows, I guess, or 2 walls, whatever you want to call it. Alright, so apparently more went in there than I thought. And now something is backed up. So, damn it. What did I do wrong? Oh, it doesn't have a place to put something. Let's do this for now. We'll kill that guy that's trying to steal my stuff. And hopefully we get the rest of these. And I don't know what the jam up is. It is the barrel. And I don't know why it won't put the barrel in one of those other things. We just saw, we just saw it work in the single player world. I don't understand this. We're gonna have to try again, just because I think it should go. I mean, I have barrels defined in a barrel, and we saw the thing work that far away, at least. Where are those guys bouncing back? Well, shit, that's going to be a problem. I don't like that. Well, there that one goes. Why did it go there, but it didn't go? I don't know. Sometimes this thing frustrates me. Just when you think you've got a handle on it, then it starts acting like a jerk. So apparently, if your barrels are not connected, it won't put it where you want it to go. So I'm going to have to make a whole wall of them, and I'll just do that later. I'm going to have to kill that zombie as soon as I fall. Hopefully he gave me my barrel back. Alright, so it looks like I'm going to have to make an entire wall of barrels. Really not that big of a deal. I was hoping to kind of segregate them a little bit, just so I could kind of sort based on, you know, item type and usage and stuff. That's really weird. I don't know. That's like one of those weird things, you know. If I put a barrel there, it'll go all the way down. But if there's no barrel there, maybe it treats it all as one inventory if they're connected. I don't know. But not that big of a deal. So I'm going to work on that. And I need to go turn that off because I have too much redstone for that barrel. So I'm going to turn off the sorting or the retriever over here. And I'm going to have to get, you know, the upgrade from that one. Man, I have a lot of redstone and Nikolite. I'm going to have to get the barrel upgrade, probably make a couple more so I can move the iron and the redstone, the Nikolite, the coal, and of course the cobblestone and stuff as well. So I'm going to work on that, and I'll probably put in a floor, and then I'm going to work on moving all of the liquid and all the power and stuff like that. And I don't know if I'm going to do that in an episode or not. If you guys want me to, let me know, and I will. But if not, then I'll just do it off camera, because I mean, you guys have all seen that before. Also, I got an offer to join a server with about 7 other guys that are all, you know, they're all doing Let's Plays. And I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I figured I'd get your input on that as well. I'll put a link to the guy that emailed me. I'll put a link to his channel in the description, and he has on his page links to the other guys on the server. So take a look and let me know what you think. And if that's something you guys are interested in seeing, then I'll consider it. And if it's something you're not interested in seeing, let me know, and I will take your feelings into account. Or feelings is the wrong word, but you know, whatever. I'll take your input into consideration. I told him give me a couple days to think about it. So let me know what you think about that. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, as always, leave them down below. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.